We're ranking the 10 most luxurious fallout shelters ever built, from Cold War command centers to underground palaces hidden for today's elite. These bunkers aren't just concrete boxes, they range from Spartan Soviet strongholds to secretive, high-tech fortresses said to rival five-star resorts. What earns a shelter its spot on this list? Engineering strength, comfort, self-sufficiency, exclusivity, and price, all backed by real records and declassified files. Some offer only survival, others promise gourmet meals, private cinemas, and even robot doctors, if you can afford the entry fee. But which shelter takes the ultimate S tier for luxury and secrecy? Let's begin our countdown with number 10. In the 10th place, the Tagansky Command Center sits buried 65 meters beneath the streets of Moscow. Built during the height of the Cold War, this Soviet-era fortress was engineered for survival, not comfort. Heavy concrete walls and earth overburden shielded up to 5,000 staff from nuclear attack. The air inside was filtered by multi-stage NBC systems, layers of activated charcoal and mechanical blowers humming day and night. Water came from deep artesian wells, while storerooms brimmed with canned rations and fuel, enough to last 6 months in total isolation. There were no private suites or leisure rooms. Living quarters meant narrow bunks, harsh lighting, and endless corridors. Soviet planners rotated teams every 24 hours to battle fatigue and paranoia. Memoirs recall the silence, the metallic taste of the air, and the struggle to keep track of time with no sunlight. Chess, cigarettes, and radio broadcasts offered the only escape from monotony. The Tagansky bunker delivered on protection, but luxury was never part of the plan. Number 9. Burlington Bunker remains one of Britain's best-kept Cold War secrets. Hidden beneath the hills of Corsham, this sprawling underground city was designed to shelter the UK government in the event of nuclear war. Unlike the brutal minimalism of Soviet command centers, Burlington included a BBC broadcast studio and even a small pub, an attempt to preserve morale alongside national leadership. The bunker stretched for over a kilometre with its own water supply, telephone exchange, and a hospital wing. Concrete tunnels and blast doors provided moderate protection, enough to survive a distant detonation. Staff could walk simulated high streets, pass wall murals, or gather for brief moments of normalcy in the bar. Yet luxury here was relative. Bunks lined the walls, fluorescent lights never dimmed, and the air was filtered but stale. Diaries from civil servants describe the psychological weight of living underground, the importance of routine, and the strange comfort found in a pint after a day of crisis drills. Burlington marked the first shift toward making survival not just possible, but bearable. 8th place, Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center stands as the nerve center of America's continuity of government plan. Tucked beneath Virginia's Blue Ridge, this FEMA stronghold is more fortress than refuge. On September 11, 2001, the site was activated for real. Senior officials, military leaders, and emergency staff were whisked inside as the country scrambled for answers. Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Diaries from that day describe rows of blinking monitors, the constant hum of diesel generators, and strict protocols enforced at every door. Mount Weather is built for survival, not comfort. Reservoirs supply water, while thick steel doors and EMP-hardened walls shield against nuclear, chemical, or biological threats. The facility runs on its own power grid, with enough fuel and supplies to support hundreds for months. There are dormitories, kitchens, a hospital, even a broadcast studio, every detail designed for operational command. But luxury takes a back seat. Bunks line the walls, routines are regimented, and the outside world is only a rumor. Mount Weather proves that, in a true crisis, survival means order, not opulence. Number 7. Cheyenne Mountain Complex stands as the ultimate fortress of the Cold War era. Buried beneath 2,000 feet of solid granite near Colorado Springs, this is where North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, prepared to ride out nuclear Armageddon. The engineering is staggering. Each of the blast doors weighs 25 tons, thick enough to shrug off a multi-megaton airburst. Inside, The main chambers are mounted on giant steel springs to absorb the shock of a direct hit. 6 diesel generators, each rated at 2 megawatts, can keep the lights on for months. Air flows through a labyrinth of EMP-hardened filters, while water comes from deep wells drilled straight into the mountain. Every cable, every pipe, every bolt is shielded against electromagnetic pulse, a detail confirmed in declassified blueprints and DEFCON-era cables. There's a medical bay for emergencies, dormitories for staff, and enough supplies to support a full command for at least 60 days. Comfort, though, is secondary. The focus here is survival, absolute, unyielding, and engineered to military spec. Cheyenne Mountain set the standard for defensive resilience, a benchmark that even today's luxury shelters struggle to match. But with all its power and protection, luxury was never part of the design. Security came first, and everything else was an afterthought. Number 6. The Greenbrier Congressional Bunker hides beneath one of America's most opulent resorts. For decades, guests at the Greenbrier Hotel in West Virginia enjoyed golf, ballroom galas, and spa treatments, never suspecting the government's best-kept secret lay just below their feet. Behind a nondescript door marked Exhibit Hall, a blast-resistant tunnel leads to a vast underground shelter, codenamed Project Greek Island. Its real purpose: house the entire US Congress during nuclear war. Declassified blueprints reveal a warren of dormitories, briefing rooms, a cafeteria, and a broadcast studio, all designed for self-sufficiency. Supplies could last 30 days for over 1,100 people. The air was filtered, water tanks filled, and diesel generators stood ready. Privacy was minimal. Lawmakers would have slept on bunk beds in shared rooms. No suites, no luxuries. In 1992, journalist Ted Gupp exposed the bunker's existence in the Washington Post, ending its operational secrecy. Today, tourists tour the halls where Cold War survival plans once took shape. The Greenbrier Bunker marks a turning point, the fusion of high politics and hospitality, where the line between public grandeur and hidden defense blurred. Unlike the hardened military fortresses, this shelter traded some survivability for secrecy and convenience, setting the stage for the commercial luxury bunkers that followed. Number 5. The Survival Condo Project turns a Cold War missile silo into a fortress for the ultra-wealthy. Deep beneath rural Kansas, this former Atlas YCBM launch facility now houses luxury residences that command prices of $4 to $5 million each. The mastermind, Larry Hall, saw an opportunity to blend military resilience with modern comfort. He once said, "Our biggest selling point isn't the blast doors, it's the peace of mind." Behind those blast doors, residents step into private penthouses with gourmet kitchens and spa bathrooms. The complex features a swimming pool, movie theater, gym, bar, and even a dog park. Daylight simulating LED lights line the corridors, while murals and private classrooms aim to keep cabin fever at bay. Only 75 people can call this bunker home at full capacity, ensuring exclusivity and privacy. Military-grade NBC filtration systems protect against nuclear, biological, and chemical threats. Water comes from deep wells, and hydroponic farms supply fresh greens. Backup generators and armories stand ready for any scenario. The survival condo marks a turning point. Survival no longer means sacrifice. Here, engineering proven to withstand a nuclear strike meets the amenities of a boutique resort. The missile silo era of secrecy has given way to a new market, where luxury and security are sold side by side. Number 4. Vivos X Point and Europa. One take the concept of luxury survival and scale it to a level never attempted before. At X Point in South Dakota, over 500 former military munitions bunkers stretch across the prairie, each one now marketed as a private shelter, customizable from bare concrete at $35,000 to multi-million-dollar compounds with designer interiors. This is the largest private bunker community on Earth, designed to house thousands in a crisis. But living underground with strangers brings new challenges. In 2018, Vivos ran a 30-day lock-in experiment at X Point. Volunteers faced strict sealed conditions, biometric monitoring, and the psychological grind of total isolation. The results were sobering. Stress and boredom mounted, morale dipped, but health remained stable. Vivos responded by expanding common areas, adding entertainment, and upgrading air filtration, adapting the design to human needs, not just technical specs. In Europe, Vivos Europa 1 pushes exclusivity further, offering private apartments with medical suites, genetics vaults, and playgrounds. Prices here can reach $5 million or more. Unlike the boutique privacy of missile silo condos, Vivos shelters are about community. Hundreds of residents, modular pricing, and a system built to adapt. This is where survival meets social engineering, and luxury becomes a question of scale as much as comfort. Coming to the top 3, Oppidum Heritage redefines the idea of a fallout shelter. Hidden beneath the Czech countryside, this underground mansion stretches over 10,700 square feet, more living space than many above-ground estates. The structure is armored with nuclear-grade concrete, built to withstand catastrophic blasts, chemical attacks, and even electromagnetic pulses. But protection is only the beginning. Inside, residents walk through skylit gardens, swim in private pools, and relax in a spa, all while surrounded by curated art vaults and gallery rooms. Customization is the rule. Every suite, every finish, every security feature is tailored for the owner. The price tag? At least £46.9 million, and that's before adding bespoke upgrades. This is not a bunker for the masses. Oppidum sells serenity to billionaires, an underground palace for those who want to ride out the end of the world in absolute comfort. The company's partnership with Temet, a Finnish firm known for military-grade blast doors and filtration systems, guarantees technical pedigree. Local planning boards have raised concerns about the environmental impact of excavating so much earth, and some neighbors question the secrecy surrounding new construction. Yet no verified lawsuits or court battles appear in public records. For now, the controversy is social, not legal, a tension between private security and public trust. Oppidum Heritage stands as the ultimate purchasable refuge. Luxurious, fortified, and deeply exclusive. As the world grows more uncertain, these underground mansions blur the line between survival and privilege. In second place, Safe Airy sets a new standard for luxury and secrecy in the world of fallout shelters. Hidden just outside Washington, D.C., this $300 million members only complex is more private club than bunker. Entry is by invitation only, with a minimum buy-in of $20 million. The asylum tier remains strictly off-limits to outsiders. No public roster, no client names, only rumors about who might hold a keycard. Inside, the scale is staggering. Each penthouse suite covers 20,000 square feet, finished with ballistic glass and blast-proof walls. The security system, called Sentinel, runs constant surveillance and can lock down the entire facility in seconds. Al Corby, the founder of Safe, describes Airy as a place where members can conduct business in complete privacy because of its skiff, air gap, and hardwired environments. The amenities push the boundaries of what survival means. There are pools, a ballroom, a cinema, and gourmet kitchens staffed by private chefs. Most striking is the MediShield system, AI-driven medical robots capable of handling emergencies without human doctors. Each suite comes with a private medical bay, complete with robotic diagnostics and pharmaceutical dispensers. For business, there are SCIF-compliant meeting rooms, spaces built to the same standards as government intelligence bunkers, immune to electronic eavesdropping. Safe Airy isn't just a one-off. The company plans to expand this club model to all 50 states, creating a network of ultra-secure sanctuaries for the global elite. The invitation-only approach, paired with advanced technology and obsessive privacy, places Airy at the very top of what's publicly documented. No other confirmed shelter offers this blend of engineering, exclusivity, and comfort. As the world's anxieties grow, Airy stands as the ultimate status symbol, a fortress for those who want not just to survive, but to thrive in total secrecy. And finally, in first place, rumors swirl about mega bunkers built for presidents and billionaires, facilities so secretive that even their locations are a matter of speculation. Some analysts point to unexplained spikes in government spending and deep excavation permits as hints. For example, a 2017 report by economist Mark Skidmore tracked trillions in federal outlays that remain unaccounted for, fueling theories about hidden underground complexes. Catherine Austin Fitz, a former HUD official, has publicly claimed these funds support a network of elite bunkers and tunnels, though no independent audit has ever confirmed such projects. On the private side, construction insiders and investigative journalists have traced shell company land purchases and utility upgrades in remote regions, but hard proof is elusive. Permits often describe storm shelters or utility rooms, never admitting to full-scale bunkers. In Hawaii, Mark Zuckerberg's compound drew attention for its fortified design, yet local contractors insist the so-called mega bunker is just a modest safe room, nothing close to the underground cities described in rumors. What evidence does surface tends to be circumstantial. Utility records showing power capacity for hundreds of homes, satellite images of earthworks quickly covered, or contractors bound by strict non-disclosure agreements. In Switzerland and New Zealand, whispers about billionaire-only enclaves persist, but no journalist has gained access, and no satellite image has revealed a secret city beneath the hills. RAND and Congressional Research Service reports acknowledge the plausibility of undisclosed government shelters, citing Cold War precedents like Cheyenne Mountain and Mount Weather. But when it comes to alleged S-tier megabunkers, networks with luxury, self-sufficiency, and military-grade security, the public record ends and speculation begins. No court filings, no whistleblower affidavits, no leaked blueprints. Only rumors, financial anomalies, and the enduring belief that somewhere, far below the surface, the world's most powerful people have built their own private lifeboats. Is it all urban legend, or the ultimate in privileged survival? The answer, for now, remains buried. From the stark, utilitarian depths of the Tagansky Command Center to the rumored megabunkers built for presidents and billionaires, this tier list reveals just how far luxury and exclusivity can escalate when survival is at stake. Across all 10 entries, one pattern stands out. The most secure bunkers rarely offer comfort, while the most luxurious owe their appeal to privacy, psychological design, and cutting-edge technology. The jump from Cold War government strongholds to modern private palaces like Oppidum Heritage and the safe Airy project signals a shift, from collective survival to elite exclusivity, with amenities rivaling five-star resorts. At the very top, speculation about underground cities reminds us that the ultimate in luxury is secrecy itself. This list shows that in the world of fallout shelters, survival and status are inseparable, and the drive for comfort underground is limited only by technology, psychology, and budget. For a deeper look at history's extremes, subscribe for more tier lists on hidden infrastructure and survival innovation.